See you, puppy. Whoa, there's a bunch of dudes in here. Ooh, there's a suppressed rifle. Hold up, come back. I am going to take all this stuff because I eventually might find something that I like or that I can mod. Secret outpost slate. Ooh, I don't know what that is. Where are you shooting at us from? Digipick, thank you very much.
Hey, right where it said it'd be. Well, you know what to do. Time to crack that sucker open and fire that missile.
Hang on. I don't care about food this time around. Oh, that's right, the Mantis quest for the ship and the outfit and everything. That's right. Matter of fact, I remember that being like one of the best ships that you could get in there. Well, the best everything that you could get in the base game. First time through. That's right, I forgot all about that. You can scare pirates with it too. That's true. Because they get freaked out when you. I forgot all about that. That is a cool little thing to do. Woo! We almost shot an explosive canister. Probably not a good idea in limited space. I don't care about the ship logs, debug menu. Missile pod. Execute test sequence. The ship warranty has been invalidated. Oh, I don't have technician. What? Oh, I just didn't click it. Hang on. Oh, hang on. There was more than those. Okay, hold on. go check it out.
Here we go. Give me some cover. Hey, got another. Yay! Hold fire on position. Aye, aye. Damn it. Really is your health,
Does that say level 82? My goodness.
Get some cover now. Oh, come on! We just need your boss, then we'll be out of your hair!
I'm gonna need some more health thingies, I think, at some point. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of loot to sell at some point.
Don't shoot! I give up! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up! You got the wrong guy. I'm not Hannibal, I swear. I just work for him.
Yeah, I know. Hannibal's gonna reveal himself and take our ship in 3, 2, 1.
Whoa, how?
Hello, trackers. By now you've probably found my associate Deke and learned that he is not in fact me, and that I am not who I said I was. Darn it, I know, right? Anyway, if you look out
By the way, thanks for the raid over on Twitch, Cozy Survivalist. I just caught that. A few minutes,
Thanks, by the way.
delayed reaction, but thank you very much for the raid today. Appreciate it.
I won't leave you stranded. Not that bad a guy. You'll find a container nearby with a key to an old junker that should hold up long enough to get you home. I've left you some other goodies too, just so there's no hard feelings. It should unlock now. As for me, I think I'm out of the stolen ship business after this, so I won't trouble you anymore. So long, and thanks for...
So long and thanks.
Almost makes it hard to hate him. Almost.
Almost.
And Rookie, I don't know how you figured all that whole mess before Hannibal revealed himself. It's like you have a sixth sense.
Maybe just a
We
little.
gotta get back to HQ. Let's see what he's left us and hope he's not luring us into a death trap.
Time to check the booty chest. I mean, I'll take it all. Charge ditties. Diodes. It said diodes, not ditties. Now, I actually
don't
like
wanna
this
hear
ship
it.
for modding.
God damn, he wasn't kidding. This thing looks like it can barely fly.
Yeah, but it's a cool looking ship. I do like the look
Still,
of this thing.
That Hannibal is something else. Could have marooned us and left us to starve. At least we can get home.
During my very first playthrough, I ended up modding one of these, and it was my primary ship for like probably about 40 hours of gameplay while I saved up the credits to buy the oh, I can't remember the name of it now. Shield Breaker? Is it Shield Breaker or Ship Breaker? I think it's Shield Breaker is the name of the ship. That was the first big ship I bought. It was several 100,000 credits. But oh my god, it's got like automatic turrets and such a good ship. And it's got crew, like 4 or 5 crew slots. But this thing has a really cool look. You could turn it into a pretty decent little fighter freighter. Get your own little Firefly going on. Here, I'll take a look at it real quick. Where's the photo mode? Yeah. The first thing you have to do is you have to, yeah, you got to strip all these. There's some really stupid rocket back ends. I like to flesh out the sides with some more storage containers, but it's a good start for a build. Might actually play around with some shipbuilding when we get back. Yeah, it's not a decent little chonker. And it's free, so it's like if you're doing your very first playthrough, it's one of those ships that's easy to get these days. Alright. Yep, thanks for the raid, guys. Alright, back to... Hang on, my phone just beeped at me. I need to check who that is. Chris never did let me know if she headed out or not. Cozy says, gotta share the Starfield love, your YouTube video yesterday, maybe want to play again. If you're talking about the one where I talk about Starfield is my favorite Bethesda game, yeah, it's about 2 days old. I think I did that one 2 days ago. But yeah, it's I like this game, and I've got free time in between other projects right now, so I was happy to jump on and play for a couple of days. We're not doing a full playthrough, but just doing some funsies. Everybody else is off doing Hades 2, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm still finishing up Borderlands 4. If I had my PlayStation back, I'd be doing the Assassin's Creed DLC right now for Shadows.
Welcome to Three-Star Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for
Won't be here
contraband,
until
and you can be on your way.
No, this is my third
And that's
playthrough.
it. Enjoy that Aquila
I've done
Speeder.
2 full playthroughs. I've done two full playthroughs, 2 playthroughs of Shattered Space. I've got 600 plus hours in Starfield, multiple playlists on YouTube. Not my first rodeo. Nope. All right. I think our last run through was when Shattered Space came out. Actually, we did 2 playthroughs of Shattered Space back to back. That was the last time I played. So that's what, about a year ago now? I feel like that was last August or September. Might have been November, I don't remember. Might have been November. Alright, we're gonna mod that ship shortly. Just for funsies. Yeah, I mean, it's not that Hades 2 is a bad game. It's just I have so many other games that I'm playing right now. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm like a little tired of chasing new games every month. Like I played 7 new games this month. And if I tried to do Hades 2 and the Assassin's Creed, I'm kind of glad the PlayStation broke and went in for warranty, because you know what? Like otherwise I would have felt compelled to do the Forge update for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, the DLC update for Assassin's Creed Shadows, I would have at least tried to tack those two on to everything else that I did this month. This was a big month. It's just like, and on top of that, I had some sneaky stuff sneak in, like the Voyages of Nera, which we just did a few days with, and then I've actually got a sponsored video that I'm going to be working on. There's a tech demo that I got a company that reached out that wants to do something, so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow and Sunday, so that I can get them the sponsored video. So yeah, I'll in total have played 9 new games in the month of September, possibly 10. I'd have to go back and look at the actual track. It's sometimes, you know, it's I love my job, but at the same time, I made that YouTube video for the channel members the other day where I was like, I'm just feeling a little stretched thin this month. Like, I just want to slow it down right now. I think I'm gonna go back to only doing 2-3 games a month, maybe 4. Just depends on sponsorships and stuff. But I'm feeling like trying to keep up with every new game release. I can't do it. Like, it's great that guys like Code Carnage and them can do it, but they have full teams supporting them, and I don't. I'm a one-man show, so it's like I can't. Like, I still have to do all my own video editing. I do all my shorts. I have to do all my emails. Like, it's, I mean, I'm putting in 14 hours a day. I just can't keep up. Like, there's just not enough of me to go around.
Welcome back, recruit. I assume your return means you have successfully completed your mission.
Oh, those guys constantly are like,
I'll let you say it,
big
rookie.
streamers are like, they'll play for, you know, 5-6 days and then move on. I really like to complete the games that I play, so. Ready to get back out there and find them.
Ah, I told you, rookie. That's a bad
Oh, it's not
idea.
really, yeah, it's not
The
so
only
much an
thing
issue
we
of
got
burnout,
out of this
AFK
mission
Mar,
is
it's
a
more along the
clear
lines
ID
of
on
just
Hannibal's
like,
face, but we have no other information on him currently.
it's been a good year.
You want to waste your time? Be my guest.
I agree with Roach.
But,
without any information to go on,
doing like
short
10
term
games in a
focus.
month is just
Keep
too
an eye out
much.
for him, and if the opportunity presents
too much.
itself, we will get him. In the meantime, our agents will continue to investigate. More importantly, Roach, how do you evaluate your partner's performance?
Even if we didn't catch our target, Rookie here did a good job. I stood back and advised. Rookie did most of the work. They'd make a good tracker.
I trust your endorsement, Roach. With that, your assessment is complete. Roach believes you did well. Welcome to the Trackers Alliance. Other bounties on the display will now be available to you, as will the downstairs lounge. There, you will find the Elite Bounty Board, with tougher missions, as well as other amenities and resources. Lastly, you will choose a call sign. This is how other trackers will know you within the Alliance. It will obfuscate your identity and keep you safe.
Ooh, call me Nova.
It is affirmed. Henceforth, you shall be known among trackers as Nova.
Hey, if you want to grow, you have to focus on it.
I brought in another couple bounties. Keep them.
Like, that's the thing, is like, if you're focused on growth, you can't afford to not do the new games all the time. Especially considering, like, this month I was given Hell Is Us. I'm trying to think about all the game keys I got this month. Hell Is Us, Chronos the New Dawn, Voyagers of Nera.
I just want to know where you got that new hardware. I saw you walk in with.
There was something else this month that was a key, and when these big AAA companies reach out and give you keys, you really don't want to say no. Because that's the chance for later on down the road to do paid shit for them. So it's a catch-22 of, like, once you get to a certain point, like, you gotta make hay while the sun shines. But at the same time, it's like, oh, guys, come on. It's just me.
You guys can hear me, right? It's like I said before, I'm collecting it because when it comes back into circulation...
There are always more bounties to collect.
Yeah, we hear you. I just don't think any of us believe it'll make a comeback after 100 years. But hey, you do you, Stash.
Yeah, we'll see. Just because you don't know anyone that deals in it doesn't mean it's worthless. Huh. I know people.
All right. I think we're gonna go back and play around with some ship modification. Not that I need it, because I have my
My time is yours. Should you-
Guardian ship, but it depends on where you're at, though. It just depends, AFK more. There's two ways of looking at that. So when you're streaming, you do run the risk. It's not even a risk. It's just a fact. If you're a small streamer, matter of fact, hold on. This will be a great episode to put into the how to make a living as a content creator and streamer series. Hang on, I gotta timestamp this. This is a great that's a great conversation topic. Yeah, June through December is always super busy. All right. So this is, yeah, you gave me a video, AFK More. This is based off AFK More's comment over on Twitch right now. Problem I'm finding with new games is that you're buried underneath so many others in regards to streaming. You have to get the hook from other platforms to pull them to the new game streams. So there's two ways of doing this. So on the streaming front, let's get somewhere where there's a better view while I'm sitting here talking about stuff. Better than downstairs anyway. So in the streaming front, it is very easy to get buried when you are new or newer or playing something that's really popular, because you are a small fish in a very, very big sea. However, it's less of an issue on I fell. It's less of an issue on YouTube, where the algorithm is picking up on what you do, and I'll explain that a little bit in greater details. So,
just keep your gun holstered during your stay. You'll be good in my book.
Let's say you're on Twitch or Kick or wherever it is, and you're streaming something, and it's a game where there's 5,000 other people streaming the game at the exact same time because it's a brand new release. It's super, super popular. The chances of you getting lots of traffic from that are going to be fairly minuscule. However, you should still be streaming, because there is the chance that you'll get rated by other people, and you'll still be in the algorithm in terms of other people seeing it, so on and so forth. But what's really more important in those situations is going to be when you finish up your stream and you do guides and reviews and discussion videos and other things over on YouTube, because those videos, because they're in the same pool with everybody else who's creating content around those games, become recommended titles in the YouTube algorithm. So when someone finishes watching a video, YouTube is going to recommend other videos at the end of that. It's going to say, if you like this, you might also like this, and it's going to show you 10 or 15 or 20. And there's lots of different ways that it does it, whether you're on mobile, tablet, desktop, whatever. So even if you might be getting buried during the live streams, it's still very important to continue to do that, because at least with YouTube in particular, when you're finished with your stream, the video is going to go out as a VOD, and that VOD can get recommended to other people, and then anything long tail you do off of that will get pushed out as well. But I would also say that even though it can be discouraging to stream a game when you know that you're going to be number 4,999 on the list of 5,000 people who are streaming it,
Yeah,
there are some people, when they go look up a game on like Twitch or Kick or TikTok or wherever, and they're looking for a streamer to watch, they're going to look for someone who has smaller numbers, because they feel like they're going to be able to actually be an interactive part of that streamer's chat. Whereas they know if they go watch some other streamer who's got 5,000 people watching, your messages are not going to be seen if you type something, into chat. So it can be discouraging to know that you're not going to get big numbers. But at the same time, at the end of the day, at least with what I've always done with the variety streaming, is I just know that it's going to do this. It doesn't matter what I do. I can't control the algorithm. I can't control the ups and downs. The only thing I can do is play the games that I want to play that get me the views that I need to get to pay the bills. If something isn't getting me the views that I want to get, or the audience isn't resonating with it, I'll move on to something else. But for the most part,
Nobody's allowed outside the city walls after nightfall. It's for their own safety.
the only way you're ever gonna break on through to the other side is just be a persistent son of a bitch about it and just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And it's not so much a luck factor as it is, it's just a dedication factor, because the other thing too is the more often you can be live, even if you're a small fish, the more often you are live, the more chances there are of eyes seeing you and your streams. And I have been rated now, not that it matters, but this is a factor to take into consideration, because the algorithm does notice these things. When you are live, I'm not a big fish, by the way, guys. I do make a healthy full-time living at this, but I am not a big fish. I am coming up, I'll be full-time, it'll be my 4th year anniversary in February. So we're coming up on the end of my 4th year of doing this full-time. So, no, I'm not a huge streamer. Am I full-time? Yes. That's all that matters. I get to do this full-time. It doesn't matter that I don't have 10 million followers. It doesn't matter that I don't have 50,000 people watching my streams. I make a full-time living doing this, and that's the most important thing. Right. People get upset if they think they're being ignored on the large streams. The raid thing is a factor, whether it's on YouTube or Twitch, because if you are live consistently at the same time every single day with games that other big streamers are playing, there is the chance that at the end of those big streamers finishing, they are going to send people your way. It's not going to happen all the time. It might not happen ever. It might not happen for 6 months. You never know. It's not something that you can guarantee is going to happen. But I can tell you what you can guarantee is that if you're not live playing that game, you're going to lose out on that chance entirely. And so I have had several times where I have been live No Man's Sky, Starfield, EVE Online, Cyberpunk 2077, Witcher 3, fuck, I know there's some more in there. Some those are the ones that jump out. That I have. Those are games that I have played and been a very small fish, and then randomly all of a sudden, here's somebody dropping 750 viewers on my YouTube stream, or boom, here's someone dropping 320 viewers on my Twitch stream. And even if you only get a fraction of those people to follow along, this is the only thing that matters, is that at the end of the year, your net growth looks like this. That's the only thing that fucking matters. So if your net growth at the end of the year, in terms of net followers, net videos published, net revenue, whatever, if your net is in the green and looks like this on the ramp of always going up, that's the only thing that matters. So even though you might do this with the games that you play, I get good traffic with Starfield, No Man's Sky. I get good views in the morning when I do Borderlands 4, as an example. This morning, I think we had about 55 people watching the Borderlands 4 stream in between all the different platforms, because we're live on TikTok, Kick, Twitch, and YouTube. But then, like last night, I was playing Borderlands 4 in the evening slot, and there was a point where I had about 35, 40 people watching overall, but they were spread out, and there was a point where the YouTube stream dipped, and I had like 6 people watching the YouTube stream. I haven't seen 6 people on a YouTube stream for like 2 years. And that's just for some random reason. Last night, the audience dipped out, or the algorithm didn't ship the content out, or who knows what the factors were. The evening streams are not my primary slot, because those the evening streams are like the bonus streams. So right now this is our primetime slot. We start at 4:30 in the morning and I go till 10:30, 11. It's 10:30 right now, so we're sort of at the end of my morning main stream. But I can go back 3 years ago when I only had 6 people watching, and I can go back 2 years ago when I had 20 people watching, and then I can go back a year ago when we started getting about 40 people watching. And now I can look at things and say I've got 80 people watching on a regular basis. And then on big days, like we've had launch days this is the other reason I want to point this out, because you never know when you're going to be one of the people who the algorithm decides to pick up on a new release. So I've had days like Dune Awakening. When Dune Awakening came out, I was there and I had 750 people watching me. That's a record number for me. 750 people watching my live streams on the launch day of Dune Awakening. When I did the event coverage for that Mistwalker game that's coming out from the Witcher 3 Witcher 3 devs, last year they did like their reveal event. I co-streamed that reveal event. I had like 690 people watching. At the time, that was my biggest event ever that I'd ever done. Because I was there doing something, right time, right place. My Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 co-streams of the developer
Never ever go outside the city walls.
streams have usually gotten 300, 400 people watching. And I can guarantee you, if I wasn't live, I would have gotten 0. If I worried about whether or not, oh, there's other people are going to be, there's no point. I'm a small fish. No one's going to watch me. No. You got to put that shit out of your mind. Always be live. Be as live as often as you can. Especially if you can establish a schedule. But there's, small streams, correct. Small streams can be better for getting to know a streamer, says Lady Atara. And that's true. Like, you're never going to get through to, and I've been very open with this with people as well. Like, I'm still at the point where I can generally read every single comment that comes through. Generally speaking. Doesn't always happen, but I don't feel compelled to read every person's comment every single time. Yes, exactly, James MC. If you're always live, then you're always on the home page for the games that you play or for the people who follow you. So being live more frequently is always a good thing. Even if you are at the bottom of the list. Because I can go look at, say, like Borderlands 4, I mentioned 5,000 people streaming that game. I don't get big numbers with Borderlands 4. I am at the bottom of that heap of people playing Borderlands 4. I get about, in the morning streams, we get about 40 to 50 people watching. Just depends on the day, but like 40 to 50 people on YouTube during peak times, and maybe about 20 to 30 people on Twitch. Kick and TikTok are so new to me. I don't know all those numbers yet, so that does this, but you know, and those will start up high and we'll go down low and we'll come back and we'll hover and we'll peak around 9 o'clock in the morning and then go back down again. So the only piece of advice I'd say I would give to that would be to the only way to break through is to just go live, no matter where you're going to be in that
Lots of old facilities left over from the colony war. And they like to pick them.
As long as you're okay with the numbers. There are games there, because there are definitely days when I'm looking at the numbers going, the audience is not resonating. I'm going to move on and do something else. That definitely has happened a few times. But because I do have minimums that I have to hit too, so it's like, and I think like Co Carnage and a bunch of other guys have talked about that as well. Like if you're focused on growth, then you have to focus on these things. Most people who are doing this or trying to do this are going to be focused on growth, because that's the whole point of doing this. It's very rare that there are people doing this live who aren't worried about the growth. Maybe Skyrim Grandma, because she's got a pension. But most people are still looking to make a living, and if you're worried about making a living, then you have to worry about traffic and growth and what you need to be doing to get more viewers and get more ad revenue and get your sponsorships and all that stuff. It can impact your enjoyment, James MC. Like if you're having a really good time with the game and for some odd reason the audience just isn't resonating with it, that could be hard. There was a game, I played it last year. Oh, I wish I could remember the name of it. It was like a noir detective game that was like first person. It was like a steampunk noir detective game. You had a car that you drove around and you investigated these murder scenes, and it was like a science fiction game. It was very short, was the only reason I pushed through. Thanks for the sub over on Twitch, TD Lau. It was a very short game. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I remember when I was streaming that, I only had like 8 people watching. And I think this was before I was multi-streaming, maybe even. I don't think I was multi-streaming yet. So maybe it's been 2 years ago. Because I think it was before I started multi-streaming on Twitch. So it was only YouTube. And I remember it was only getting like 6 to 8 people watching those streams. It got dismal traffic, but it was a short, like 6-hour game. So I beat it in like 2 stream sessions. So I was okay with the numbers being shit because it was like 2 stream sessions and it was done. And I really enjoyed the game. But it was also disheartening to see something where I was having a really good time playing it. And I was like, why is no one watching? Because I had good numbers on my other streams. I was getting like, 30, 40 people watching the other streams. And that one game when I started, it was because it was such an indie little offbeat game that no one cared to watch. Another one was Flintlock, which I think was a couple years ago. Flintlock came out, I think it was Game Pass maybe even. And I had quite a good time playing that. It was a short, 12, 15 hour game. I had a good time with it. No one watched. And I went ahead and pushed through because I knew it was short. Now, if it's a big game, I was very open when I was playing Death Stranding 2. I was very disappointed.
Council of Governors meet in our
And
very own
because when I played Death Stranding 1, like 6 months ago, I had like 150, 200 people watching the streams. And then I was thinking I was going to have that same traffic for Death Stranding 2. And then I started Death Stranding 2, and I only had like 25, 30 people watching, and it was like, ew, that's not right. Like, what's up with that? And I still, to this day, the only thing I can think is that because it was PS5 exclusive and it wasn't also on the PC, the audience was much smaller than it normally than it was for the first game. Because when I played the first game, I played the director's cut this year, and so all these people who had played Death Stranding 1 on the PC and the PlayStation were like, oh, hey, this guy's doing a first time playthrough, cool, let's go watch. Whereas when I played Death Stranding 2, PS5 exclusive, lots of other people playing it, instead of having 150 people watching, I had like 20 to 30 people watching. That was a little disheartening because I was expecting to see those big numbers like I had seen during the Death Stranding 1 playthrough. But at the end of the day, you just got to push through. But it does make it's a tough pill to swallow when you know you're playing like a 60 or 80 hour game and there's only like 20 or 30 people watching, and you're like, man, why can't this be getting, the 150 that you had 3-4 months ago when we played the first one? But I countered that by then going and playing whatever else I was playing at the time, which was getting my 80 views, my 60, 80 people minimums so that I could keep the bills paid. That's right. Death Stranding also came out on the Xbox, so it was multiple platforms with the first one. No, it wasn't that game. I don't think I streamed that game, Shiny, although I did love that game. I think I played that one before I was a streamer, or maybe at the very beginning when I was first getting streaming. I'm gonna go look this up now and see if I can't remember what it was called.
Keep your nose clean. Last thing I want is to charge you for a DP, an A&B, B&E, or heaven forbid, an MS. But at least then we wouldn't have to worry about a VOP, am I right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember what it was called now. It's all good. Figure it out another day. Thanks, Vano. Nah, it wasn't one of their games. It was something else. Nobody Wants to Die. That's the name of the game. Nobody Wants to Die. That was the name of it. I had to go look it up now because it was driving me nuts.
Your next stop wouldn't be the Charybdis system, would it? We got a report of a distress call out there, but we don't have the ships to send someone that far out.
No, I wasn't gonna wait. So even to this day, I can go back and look. Like the playthrough videos only have about 30 to 50 views per when I did the playthrough. So it just got horrible traffic. And I was very disappointed because it was like, this is such a good game. Why isn't it getting more traffic? And even though I loved it, you know, obviously the audience wasn't resonating with it. So anyway, that was a random discussion that got popped into my head because of that question. In terms of how to break on through. We'll put that into the playlist on how to make a living as a content creator and streamer over on YouTube. So if you're not following along there, obviously during the live streams, we're live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. But everything else in between happens on YouTube. And if you happen to miss one of these live, that's why we have that playlist. And all our game reviews, movie reviews, TV show reviews, and beyond.
Never seen armor like that. Just don't give us any reason to test it. You understand?
What profession did I do before streaming? Lots of things. I've got multiple videos up on YouTube talking about that, but public speaking, travel blogging, game development, had a construction company for a lot of years, photography, videography. I've published about 25 million words in print around the world, sci-fi, fantasy, travel, worked in marketing, founded 2 game studios. I have done a shitload of stuff in my life. Grew up on a dairy farm. Family does cattle ranching.
Few institutions have endured as well.
I heard Neon is a pretty fun place.
I'm Annie Wilcox. You're new in town, aren't you? That means I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Yeah, it was just it was pure investigations, and you had like a car that you drove around, and then you would go into these crime scenes, these like murder scenes, and you would use a scanner. It reminded me a lot of Altered Carbon, which was a really cool Netflix show, because the murder that you were solving was very similar. But yeah, no combat was probably one of the reasons that not a lot of people watched that particular game, because it was just pure investigations and cutscenes and lots of voiceovers. But it was a fun little noir detective game, sci-fi, steampunk. Maybe it wasn't steampunk. Maybe I'm misremembering it being steampunk. But I think it was more like Blade Runner. I don't think it was steampunk. I think it was just like a Blade Runner style. Yeah, like Altered Carbon a little bit. What happened to my PS5? I have a lot of power outages where I live, and the PlayStation does not like it when you are in rest mode and you unplug it. And every time there was a power outage, it would treat it like it was being unplugged. And so it blew something up internally. No idea. Sent it off to warranty. They couldn't repair it. They said it was unrepairable, so they sent me a check, which they actually confirmed yesterday. They're supposed to send it today or Monday. I'm getting they're sending me a credit card with they're reimbursing me for the purchase price of the original PS5, and then I just ordered a PS5 Pro yesterday, which is supposed to be here on Monday. So I should be back up and running with PS5 stuff just in time for Ghost of Yotai. And then I'll have to try to get caught up on because I missed the DLC for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 because my PS5 was in the shop while that came out. I got to catch up on Destiny 2 because I was working through the Destiny 2 content, but that's not going to happen in October because there's way too many games to play in October. Or we'll start the month off with I may play Alien Rogue Incursion.
Are you trying to trick me?
I'm still not entirely decided if I'm going to try to do that. It's a short game. I've heard it's like 8 to 15 hours long. So that launches on Monday. So yeah, I've never had that problem, Gerard. So like my PS4 is 8 or 9 years old, and I've always just left it in rest mode and never had problems with it. But the PS5 didn't like it. So one of the things I just did I had never heard of those UPS devices before. So I just ordered with the PS5. I ordered a UPS device, and then as soon as that gets here on Monday, I'm plugging the Xbox, PlayStation into the UPS device, and then I will no longer be using rest mode on the PS5. I'm just gonna power it down.
I do have extra important Ranger stuff to do.
And hopefully not have that issue ever again. Am I excited for the PS5 Pro? No, not really. It's just, for me, it's just a tool. It's just a tool in my toolbox. The only reason I decided to do the upgrade was because why not? Like if I'm going to buy a new one, I might as well just take the time to get the newest one. More storage space. I went ahead and got the 3-year extended warranty on it because I figure we've got about 3 years left on the PS5 life cycle before they do the new one. So that gets me. I should be good to go as long as I don't have another power outage. This kid is annoying. I forgot about the Bethesda bark that goes on if you're in conversation modes. How long are the power outages? It just depends. I live in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes they're quick, 90 seconds. Other times it's 3 or 4 hours.
I work for the Freestar Rangers.
Sometimes it's longer.
I'm the first ever Ranger surveillance assistant.
Yes, JK, it's a tax write-off.
And that's not some dumb made-up title. Ranger Emma Wilcox gave it to me, so it's official.
You must be pretty good to earn a title like that.
I'm the best Ranger surveillance assistant that ever lived. Someday, I'll teach other kids the tricks of the trade. Gotta prepare the next generation, because I won't be here forever. So what's it gonna be?
I don't
remember this. Are you gonna be a law-abiding citizen? Or are you gonna be on my list?
I do not remember this quest line. I don't plan to cause any trouble if that's what you're asking.
That's the right answer. I just hope you mean it. Aquila City is just crawling with crime. It's everywhere. And it's up to us Rangers to do something about it.
And Ranger surveillance assistants.
Someone's stealing guns and stuff from Laredo Arms.
And none of the adults believe us.
So we're hoping, you know, you can help us break it all open.
You had the same thing happen to your PS5 guard? That's crazy, man. I found a Reddit thread of a whole bunch of people who have had issues with the rest mode on the PS5. Most of them seem to be related to some sort of chip inside that was blowing up and frying the motherboard when it would do. And what happened to mine was when I went to boot it up to play Destiny 2 one morning, it booted up into safe mode, and so I went through all the steps that PlayStation recommended. It wasn't working, so the final step was download this file, plug it into the back with a USB, and try to just reinstall from scratch. And when I did that, it put everything back into Chinese, and I was sitting there with Google Translate on my phone, like just watching the menu through my phone and navigating the Chinese menu with my phone app. And then it just got stuck in a loop where it just would restart, go to the menu, restart, go to the menu, restart, go to the menu. And I was just like, yep, it's toast. And they apparently could not fix it, so they just give me my money back. That's crazy, Garrett. So, small world. If there's a criminal loose, I'm game to help.
Emily was right about you. I was doing my Ranger patrol one night, and there was a suspicious character casing Laredo Arms. I watched him as long as I could, but I had to rush home for bedtime. First thing in the morning, I came back and interrogated Justin Sneed. And he said they were tracking down an inventory discrepancy. I told him about the suspicious stranger, but Mr. Sneed didn't believe me.
That doesn't sound like a coincidence.
Exactly. This case was too big for just one ranger, so I deputized Emily.
Dude, I don't remember this at all.
Assistant Ranger Surveillance Assistant.
This is awesome.
Or, something like that. And we found out that the thief breaks in most
Third
nights.
playthrough and I'm
like,
finding stuff I missed.
Really late. He's got his own key card. We just need to catch him. Security will believe you.
I'll see what I can do. Wait, hang on. He has a key card?
Emily caught him opening the side door one night. That's when we knew for sure we have an actual criminal here.
And how did you find all this out?
We did all the things. Crime scene investigated. Witnesses interviewed. And suspect tailed.
I followed the suspect all day. He had no idea.
No, John Morris, because here's the thing. Prices have gone up so much that it's about $150 more to buy a base PS5 now than when I bought mine a year and a half ago. So if the insurance company had just sent me a new model, they would have had to spend $150 more than what I actually purchased it for. So that's why they just sent me a reimbursement of the original purchase price. Because it's definitely not cheaper for them to send you a new PS5, and it's not how that works. Everything's gone up. Tariffs, inflation, all that good stuff. Yeah, it ain't.
I do have extra important ranger
It ain't
stuff
cheap.
to do. You're doing Aquila City a big service. Best I figure he's there around midnight. You need to wait for him to exit Laredo, then catch him red-handed.
Okay, midnight.
We need to bring him to justice.
But it is essentially, technically, it's better for me this way.
Helping Anne has been the
No,
most
not
exciting
directly
thing
from
happening
Sony.
all
No.
year.
Because I was outside of the manufacturer's warranty, but I have an extended warranty, which is why I always get extended warranty on my stuff for situations like this. But I had an extended warranty, so I was able to get it covered through the extended warranty provider, but not through the manufacturer's warranty, because the manufacturer's warranty is only good for a year. Okay, this is where I need to be. How do you wait? I figured there would be something to click on here. How do I know what time it is even? Yeah, I've heard that there are. I've heard that the Pro is a pretty significant step up in performance. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I never had any issues with the games I was playing anyway, because I play everything in performance mode. So. I can't seem. Lady says if you go to the menu, it's to the left with the planet info. Hold up. Oh, that shows me the local time. How do you... You can sit in a chair to wait. Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. I gotta go find somewhere to sit down now.
That bank robbery sounded intense. Could have gone down so much worse.
Somebody give me a chair. I like how it's just pointing me right here, but there's no chair for me to sit down.
There's not enough to do around here.
There is a bar stool.
Just here for security. Please move along.
I don't think... Okay, there we go. Wait until... we are at 20, so maybe 3 hours?
Talk to Miss.
No, I need to do one more.
Lance is the one you want to speak to.
I don't know if it's gonna.
You keep
I
everything
probably have
on
to
the
wait
level.
one more
We'll get
hour
along,
before I
right?
check really quick.
The UC can't be that bad, can it?
Oops.
Every gun gets a full Laredo guarantee.
Guess I'm going out the back door. Hey there.
Why? Me?
Hello there.
What? Shit. Yeah?
Caught you red-handed. Don't try anything.
I won't. Oh, God. This can't be happening. Oh, God. No. Security.
I'm good. I'm good.
How do I stop him?
Anybody move. Let's see. If it ain't the hero of Galbank. And who do we have here? Looks like you're carrying a lot of weapons for a nighttime stroll.
Hell, I give up.
Ha!
Smart move.
I like her
I
outfit.
got a tip something was going down tonight.
Where could I get one of those?
Was little Annie actually right about all this?
She was. You might want to consider giving her a real badge.
Now that's a terrifying thought. I got her from here. Aquila City owes you again. And, thank Annie for me. Dear God, she's never gonna let us hear the end of this.
No, she's not, man. Dude, you guys are screwed, little Annie. Little Annie, the police detective. They don't need a Nancy Drew. They've got Annie, what's her name, on the job. Dude, this is an awesome little side. How did I miss this the first couple of times I played through this? Hang on, is she literally, is she inside the Ranger headquarters? Oh no, what is she doing inside here? Probably regaling everyone with tales of her.
And you're breathing? Back to normal yet?
Mostly. Still feels a little weird, though. Guess I'm not used to having the tube out.
Work hard, play hard.
This is awesome. She's like in the bar.
Did you catch the thief? Tell me it worked.
Annie, what are you doing up? It's way past your bedtime.
Is this her mom?
Mom, I have to know. You got him right? Right?